Hello, and welcome to another bookish video on the Knitting Annihilator podcast YouTube channel. I am Akira, your friendly neighborhood knitter and new reader, and I'm coming to you today from my amazing home in Adamsville, Alabama, where I live with my sexy, gorgeous husband and my two sons, Aiden, who is 6, and Ethan, who is 4. If you are new here, welcome. I do hope that you find what you're looking for on this little old channel on this side of the internet, and like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the post notifications. And if you are a returning viewer, hello honey, welcome. So in this video I will be doing my first TBR list. Like, I have one for, like, you buy the books and you're like, I'm gonna read them, but this is gonna be my June TBR list, and if you don't know what that means to be read. And also just gonna show you some books that I have come into contact with because I don't know any other video to show you them to you but this one. So here are the books, and I'm gonna rant for a minute. I do have a bone to pick with when the book girlies hold it this way. So I guess I just don't understand why they hold it this way. Like, we know it's a book video, we know we're here to talk about books. Even if I saw what the books were, that's not deterring me from watching your video, watching you talk about the books. So why do you hold it like this? Why can't we just see what they are? Because everybody's reasoning for reading things are different. So of course I would want to know your reason, because I love your content. I want to know your reason for, reading the book. So why do we do this? Why is this a thing? Today will be my only day doing that. Ooh, because I'm finna turn it around. So I have 4 physical books that I would like to get through in the month of June, and I have about 1 or 2 audiobooks. So we can start there. So for the audiobooks, I want to listen to the second book in the MetaHuman series. Also an update. Well, I guess I can talk about that later. So I want to listen to the second book in the MetaHuman series. I listen to audiobooks while I crochet because I can't not look at the crochet while I do it. So I know I want to do that. And I want to continue to listen to the Vampire Knitting Club series by Nancy Warner. It is such a cute little series. So cozy, and they knit. So of course I understand the lingo and all the things. So that has been fun, listening to and it's a cozy mystery. Like, you just never know what's going to happen in those books. So I highly recommend the Vampire Knitting Club by Nancy Warren. Okay, let's get into what I want to read. In no particular order for the other 3, but I know this is the one that I'm going to be starting in June. Kalisha and I are doing a buddy read. And, my goal is to read all 13, I believe there's 13, of the Twisted Tales series in the Disney community. So the next one that Kalisha and I will be reading is called Go the Distance. What If Meg Had to Become a Greek God? This is by Jen Kalanita. And this is a new to me author of the series. I think there's like 3 or 4 authors. We also know Miss Farrah is my favorite. So, I'm sorry. But I'm excited to see what Jen is going to be telling us about. And I love that all you know is what if Meg was had to become a Greek god. So that's going to be really exciting. I'm very excited to read this. I didn't care, so what I did when Kalisha asked me if we wanted to buddy read together, is I took a picture of all the ones that I own right now. So this isn't easy. Alright, so these are all the ones that I own. And of course, I'm still on the market for the rest of them. Even if I don't like them, I know I'm going to read them all. And I do want to collect them all because now I'm that person. So now I have to have them all. But yeah, so I sent Kalisha a picture of all the ones that I owned. And she's renting hers from her local library that rents out, audiobooks and stuff, which I thought was really sweet. And I am going to get the boys to the library this summer, so that way we can get our reading logs going, and everything like that. But when I sent her the picture, she told me to pick, I think, like the top 3 that I was really yearning for at this moment. And my top 3 at that time were Reflections by Elizabeth Lim and As Old as Time by Liz Broswell. Oh, let me put this up here for you. So these were the ones that I was really like, I have to read them. For Mulan, it's What If Mulan Had to Travel to the Underworld. And then for Beauty and the Beast is What If Belle's Mother Cursed the Beast. And I was really hooked on to that Beauty and the Beast one. I was watching a video of someone from 2 years ago reading them. And I was just like, man, that's spicy. And this is the one Kalisha chose, which is perfectly fine. I am probably going to do a book and knit with this one. I made a cardigan out of this yarn. And it is Legacy Fiber Arts. In the colorway, it's a boy. And I feel like I don't wear that cardigan enough because I don't like the way it fits. So what I truly want to do is rip it out and knit and read this book. But come on, look how beautiful that is. Like, ugh. Okay, so that is the first one that we're going to start like June 1st, coming in hot running. The next book that I would like to read is The Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon. I hear this gives like rom-com with a little bit of spice. I believe it's a romance, but so in love with this. And I came across this because everything, honestly, I think the only thing that's not really social media influenced is the Twisted Tales series. I bought the Twisted Tales series, the Princess Tiana book. I bought this like a year or 2 ago, and I, was going to do it and didn't. And then this year I got serious and did it. Everything else, if it wasn't like my friends recommending it to me, if it wasn't like Instagram recommending it to me, then I don't know anything about it. I use the recommendations of BookTube, BookTok, BookGram, my reading, that's now turning into a reading and crocheting group with my friends Kai and Tatiana from overseas, who I will talk about later as well. But other than that, social media really inspires me. And what I did was at the beginning of the year, I stopped following like drama channels, so like the Shade Room, Neighborhood Talk, stuff like that. I stopped following those, and I started following more channels that were more creative. So I follow like people that do art, people that do like handcrafts, and of course I follow a lot of knitters and a lot of crocheters. And now I also follow a lot of BookGram, BookTok girlies as well. And I also like to sprinkle in some makeup and hair stuff as well, because I'm a lady and I feel like I need to learn a little bit about that stuff. But yeah, my social media is inspiring. If it's not inspiring me, if it's not like bringing me joy, then it's not on there. Now, I do try to stay informed with like events, current events and stuff. Like my sister fills me in and my mom fills me in, but like I don't really watch the news like that. I don't do anything of that. So yeah, it's been so breathtaking and refreshing, like taking advantage of what I view on social media and like making it work in my favor as far as like my mental health with being creative and things like that. Needless to say, I saw this on YouTube, on Instagram. It was an Instagram recommendation on Audible. And when I went on Audible to try to find it, it would not come up for some reason. So fast forward to last month, because it is, nope, this month, at the beginning of this month, because it's May 28th of 2024. On my anniversary, we were in Barnes & Noble's, and they had all 3 books in the trilogy on there. And I ran that man's pockets, sweetie. So I got the whole trilogy. So this is the first of the trilogy, and I'm really excited. So, That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon by Kimberly Lemming. Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm trying to tell you what it's about. I'm trying to learn how to do things on the book side of YouTube. Basically, this girl, she is a farmer. Her family owns a spice farm, and somewhere in between there, she's gonna save a demon. And apparently she gets dragged on an adventure, so I'm excited about that. So there's that one. The next one is also the first book. Yeah, these next 2 and this one are all the first books of a trilogy. So this one is All Our Hidden Gifts by Caroline O'Donoghue. I'm so confident. O'Donoghue. I'm going to show you. Can you see that? Facts. Okay. But this is the book. All Our Hidden Gifts. And this is a part of a trilogy as well. We follow someone named Maeve, who is obviously an attention whore like myself. I think that's what drew me to the book in Barnes & Noble's. Because I know heavily that I love attention, and getting more mature, more older, I'm learning that you don't have to have everyone's attention. You don't have to please everyone. You don't have to be liked by everyone. So, it's been a journey. But we're getting there, and I feel so good about it. So, Maeve Chambers will do anything for attention. So when she finds a dusty backpack of tarot cards at school, she soaks up the celebrity that comes with giving eerie, accurate readings to her classmates. There's one person whose attention she can't capture, though. Her former best friend, Lily. Yep, Lily. Whom she betrayed last year in an act that still makes Maeve cringe. When Lily is finally goaded into sitting for a reading, she selects a card that shouldn't be there at all. 2 days later, she disappears. Consumed with guilt, Maeve teams up with beautiful, sophisticated classmate Fiona and sexy, mysterious Ro, Lily's older sibling, to try to find her lost friend. But as the 3 combine their unnatural talents to bring Lily back, they must face the dark forces keeping her trapped before she's lost forever. So I bought this book, I think, again, when my husband took me. No, it's when I took my sister. I took my sister to the Barnes & Noble, and I picked this up. Then we were going shopping for my son's graduation, and there was a Books A Million. And my mom was always asking me, why don't you go to Books A Million? Well, the Barnes & Noble's membership is free, and then you could become premium by paying. So I'm a member on the free. Books A Million tried to tell me to become a member, it was $20 a year. That's 2 books. Girl, go to hell. So, yeah, so Barnes & Noble's has my heart. But in Books A Million, I did find the second book, and that's when I found out that it was a trilogy. So I found the second book, got that, so I'll be collecting the trilogy of this as well, and I'm very excited. I'll put on the screen like what these books are, like if they're romance, young adult. I love hearing things like that. And then the fourth one, right? This fourth book was recommended to me by my book friend Tatiana from Portugal, and it is called Serpent and Dove. And it says, bound as one to love, honor, or burn, a witch and a witch hunter thrust into holy matrimony. There's only one way such a story could end: a stake and a match. So this is the first book of the series. I am so excited. When Tatiana recommended it to me, she showed me a picture of the covers, and that sold me. I know we can't judge books by their covers, but this is so freaking beautiful. And when I show you what else I got, you're gonna be like, man, that's pretty. So, Tatiana recommended this book to me, and the reason I got it was because I started reading the Outlander series. The books are so little, they don't fit on my book stand. Then, as I was reading it, I have really clammy, sweaty hands. I don't know what it is about me. I can be as calm as day. I can be just sitting here, and my hands and feet are so sweaty, and I hate it. But as I was holding the Outlander books, my clammy hands are smudging the words, or smudging the pages. And I went back and forth on it, and then I was like, okay, well, let's return the books, but let's not give up. Let's try the audiobooks. I get into the audiobook, and I'm just like, it's not for me. I guess the book versions are not for me. And it really hurt my heart, and I went back and forth with it with my book friends, and they were just like, you don't want to force yourself to read something. You just fell in love with it. So then if you're making it feel like work, and you're making it feel like, you have to do it, then you definitely don't need to be doing it. And I was like, you know what? You're right. So I returned not only the Outlander books, I returned my audio Outlander book and got my credit back and got something else. But that doesn't deter me from finishing my Outlander inspired project, and that doesn't deter me from watching the shows. It's just, I can't consume that type of media, I guess, in book form. And that is okay. So, I turned to this instead. So, Tatiana recommended the book to me, saw the cover. I was returning the Outlander books anyway. She let me know that it was a trilogy. I said, you know what? Let's just jump right in. Let's get all three. 2 days later, I was watching Isabella of For the Pages, I believe. I'll put it on the screen, what her name is, and her YouTube channel. And I'll link her down below if you're looking for, like, book content. I was watching her channel, and she was doing an unhaul where she was getting rid of some books. This was one of the books. I saw that as a sign of, like, okay, I'm starting to see it everywhere. I need to read it. And Isabella was like, this was an amazing book. I love this book so much. It just doesn't need to be on my shelf. And I'm cool with that, as long as you said you loved it, right? Okay, so boom, that was the first sign. Then the second sign literally came the night before last. I was watching someone do a book haul, and they bought the trilogy of this. And I said, it's a sign. So I'm so excited to read this. So those are the 4 physical books and the couple of audiobooks I would like to read for the month of June. So now I'm going to show you some books that I came in contact with. I won't say on accident, but sure. Okay, so just picking up where I left off with this Serpent and Dove. So these are the other 2 books. So you have Blood and Honey. Like, look at how beautiful these covers are. And I don't know if you can see it, but like the snake thing, like he's like, it's, you know, I think the words are not just the snake. It's different. Okay, so there's Blood and Honey, and then there's Gods and Monsters. And for some reason, this looks accurate to Gods and Monsters to me. Coming from reading the Soul Bond series, or Soul Bond series, and like, they leave around gold shit. So this is the complete trilogy of the Serpent and Dove series. I am very happy that I got it. Let me put these in my lap. We'll go this way. Alright, so I got that. Then, going back to Nakia of Wild Star Fibers. So I had my books. I showed you my books of what I wanted. Then the yarn came out. So now I have 2 more colors that I want. So this is the book from one of them. It's called The Roommate by Talia Hibbett. I hear she's a really great romance author. And it's called The Roommate Risk. I'll kind of let your mind wander about what it's about. What you're thinking is about. Maybe. So yeah. Mysterious. But the yarn is absolutely delicious. When I tell you it is like the perfect mixture. Like, yarn dyers they're witches. They're magical, beautiful creatures that create these colors with their eyes and then put them on yarn, and then we consume them like the gremlin I am. So I got this one for that, and I think I'm gonna get another book for another colorway that's just absolutely delicious. So I got these for the Outlander read, but I can use them anywhere else. It's still like my love for Outlander, and it's gonna be okay. So I got these Outlander page clips, and it's Clara, Jamie, Brianna, and Roger. We all know how I feel about Brianna and Roger. Not a fan. But Claire and Jamie are in there, and I love that. And my bookmark has been real douchey, so I'm happy to at least have something book related from Outlander that I can use, you know, just throughout my day and just smile. So I'll probably be using these as my bookmark for that book. Okay, I bought these a while ago. My sister was telling me that she wanted to read them. So at first, I was like, okay, let's read together. And I bought them. Then, I was going to give them to her for Mother's Day. But then, I was like, girl, you're reading a different series. I can just keep building your library for that series. So, I kept them, and then I bought her something else. So, this is The Good Girls Guide to Murder series. So, you have A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, A Good Girl, Bad Blood, and As Good as Dead. It's a mystery. I'm assuming it's mystery thrillery. But I have really been into mysteries. Not thrillers per se. Because I know that those are different. I know that thrillers and horrors, you know, that goes into a thing. But like mystery, like having to solve what's going on, I'm into that. So, I got these. When will they be read? Unknown to me. Then, like I said, I found the second book in the series. It's called The Gifts series. That's what it's called. So this one is called The Gifts That Bind Us. I didn't want to read the back of it because I want to read the first one and see what happens. Look at me not wanting to be spoiled. So I started reading the back of it, and then I was like, no. So this is the second book of the Gifts series. very good sized books. Like, how many pages are Oh, 300, 300 and some change. Which this book has 400 and some change. So I don't know why I looked at the number of pages and got afraid. But it's okay. So, the last book I want to talk about, I got this, I don't know, at the Walmart. I've been seeing a lot about Emily Henry, and I really just wanted to just dip my toes in and try. Kind of like with Abby Jimenez, the girls love Emily Henry in regards to like the romance and like things like that. So I wanted to give it a try. This one is called People We Meet on Vacation. So, I don't know what this is about. Yes, I do. No, I don't. I guess Poppy and Alex are complete opposites, but I think they're homies. And somehow Poppy convinces Alex to go on a trip with her, and I guess find themselves again. So that should be interesting. Okay, but yeah, so that is everything that I want to discuss about my TBR for June and a smidge little book haul. If you did enjoy this content, please like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your post notifications. That'll let you know anytime I post. And now I am going to get back to listening to the Vampire Knitting Club and knitting. So I hope you have the most amazing time living the craftiest and imaginative life possible. Just filling your day with imagination and creation and wonder. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.